is Russ. Welcome to Anything Goes Mondays, where I talk about anything I feel like talking about. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we talk about e-bikes. But being it's Monday, I'm going to talk about focus groups. Focus groups. Have you guys ever participated in a focus group? Let me tell you what a focus group is in case you don't know what that is. There are companies who want your opinion. They have new products coming out, or maybe they have something that they want to find out what people think about something. Okay, so then they'll contact a focus group company. Then that company will start calling potential people to use in this group, and they'll ask you some questions initially. They'll say, let's say the group is studying about cars. Okay, maybe it's a manufacturer of cars. They want to find out what people think about it before they put that product on the market. So then the focus group will start looking at their database of people to call, and they'll call you up and say, okay, we're doing a study on cars. If I can ask you a few questions to see if you fit the criteria of the group, okay, then you say yes or no. And if you say yes, they'll start with their questions. They'll ask you like, are you within a certain age? Yes. Okay. Do you have a driver's license? Yes. Do you drive a luxury vehicle? Yes. Is it within these particular brands? Yes. Okay. So they'll ask you all these questions, and if your answers are basically fitting in line with what they're looking for, they'll say, do you have an availability on Tuesday, May so-and-so at so-and-so time, go down to this particular place and location. They will pay you $100, or to pay you $200 or $300 or whatever they want to pay you, okay, for an hour of your time to answer some questions. Yes, okay. Then they'll set you up, and then what you do is you go there. Then you'll see there's a whole bunch of people that fit the same basic criteria. You go into a room together, and then they will ask you questions, or they will give you a product to try out, and then you give them your opinion, okay? That's a focus group. And usually by the end of that time period, they will pay you, and most often it's usually paid in cash, okay, whatever they agreed to give you, all right? So I've done a number of focus groups over my time. Yeah, so I remember, okay, let me give you an example of a focus group that I did, okay? It was on mattresses, yeah, bedding mattresses. So they did the preliminary screening on the phone, and I matched everything that they wanted. So I went down there, and I think the payment was it's either $150 or $200. I can't remember. And all we had to do was lay on all these different mattresses. I don't know how many of there are, like 15 to 20 mattresses. Lay on the bed, stay there for about 5 minutes, and then give us your opinion of each of those beds. Okay? So I said, oh, that'd be kind of fun. So I went and I did it. And here's my first experience with this type of bed stuff. I think this happened right around the time when the memory foam mattresses were just coming out. Do you remember what memory foam is? Yeah, it's kind of like styrofoam that conforms to your body. Well, I remember I went to a condo that my sister owned before, and I stayed there with a friend of mine, and she had this memory foam bed, okay, that was on there. And so I remember laying on this bed and go, wow, this thing is really soft. Oh, man. I'm sinking in this thing. I'm just sinking into it. I'm just, wow, this bed is conforming to my body shape. I mean, I'm a heavy guy, okay? So laying on this thing, I just, wow, I just feel like I'm encased in it. And then I tried to get out of the bed. Couldn't get out of the bed. Yeah, being a heavy guy, I mean, I'm sunken inside this memory foam. I had a hard time rolling over to get out of the bed. So I went into this focus group, with that in my mind. And sure enough, some of the beds, I had a harder time getting out of the beds. Yeah. Memory foam is kind of hard for a guy who's a little heavy. So my comment on that focus group was, they asked me which bed was better, and like I think they were trying to find out if certain memory foam products was good, right? But my comments to them basically was, if you're heavy like I am, and you're in a memory foam product, it's hard to get out of the bed. I mean, it feels nice when you're laying down. If you're flat on your back, it's fine. Try rolling over, okay? It's kind of hard to do. So I ended up actually saying that I preferred a more firmer mattress. Yeah. So I don't know whether they like that answer or they don't, but this is the response that they were looking for, right? So if you ever get called for a focus group, consider doing that. I remember another focus group that I did. It was for a major soft drink manufacturer. Okay, I don't mention the names of these companies because you're not supposed to talk about certain things, but you can talk about this. You don't tell them who it is, but major soft drink manufacturer. So they gave you a taste test, right? Some new products that they were trying to come out with to see if you like it or you don't like it. So that was fun. Okay. I don't know how much they pay for that stuff. $100? Yeah, the payment can be anywhere from $75, $100, $200, $300. Depends on the situation, right? I remember doing one that was really interesting to me. It was a trial. Yeah. So it was I think it was a product liability trial or something like that, some type of trial. So they actually hired a whole bunch of people in a focus group to listen to as you would be as a juror, okay? And so the presenter would say, okay, I am for the prosecution, and this is my case. And then he would go through the facts of the case according to the prosecution side, and then we would gather around afterwards and talk about it and say, yeah, okay, this is what we thought. And then they gave you the defense side, okay? So they have another guy who plays the attorney. He's giving the defense case. And then surprising how quickly our opinions changed after we heard the defense side of the story. Yeah. So although you hear one side and then you hear the other side, sometimes your thing changes. And I think what they want to do is they wanted to find out, is their presentation such that it would help their case, or which side has a stronger case, you see? So, and then they pay you for that. I don't know, maybe that was like $200 or something. Yeah. So if you have time to do these type of things, yeah, it's a fun thing to do. Okay. Yeah. They don't take a lot of time. I mean, some of them will take up to 2 hours. Some of them are 1 hour. Some of them are a half hour. It depends on what it is. And they pay you usually in cash. Yeah. When you go there, they'll have an envelope and they just hand out the envelopes to you when you're done. So I've had a lot of fun doing them. I got money out of doing it. I actually enjoy doing it. I mean, when I have an opportunity to go to do it, I try to do it. I haven't done one in a while, but I do still get solicitations from focus groups asking if I have availability to go. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing focus groups. Yeah, okay, some of them, they don't pay well enough. Others, I would say, if they were to offer me $200 or more, I would consider it, right? If it's less than that, I have to think about it because I got to drive so much distance to get there, and I got to park and all that stuff. It takes a certain amount of time to get there, get back, and so you have to kind of weigh out the factors. Is it worth it for you? But if you have nothing better to do and you want to try products, yeah. I remember once I tried a focus group. Again, I won't mention the name, but it was for a big chain of restaurants, okay? And they wanted to try out a new food product on you. So it was during lunch, okay, which is even better, during lunch. And so all these people showed up. They gave us the product, and then we gave them our opinions, and then they paid us $75, okay? Not a lot, but the group was only, I don't know, maybe 2-3 miles away from where I was already. And I said, okay, I'll go get a free lunch, right? So as we're walking out the door and we're all done, we got our $75. It was only $75. I was talking to some of the ladies that did it too, and they said, this is the best focus group I ever did. I got a free lunch. I got $75 during my lunch hour. Couldn't beat it, right? But it was worth it for that restaurant chain to find out your opinions. Oh, and yeah, we all liked it. It wasn't something we didn't like. Everybody said, this is good. This is a really good food item. So anyways, that's all I wanted to bring out. If you've never done a focus group, consider doing a focus group. Here's one more thing besides focus groups that you might want to consider doing. I've done this a couple of times too. Mystery shopping. You know what a mystery shopper is? Yeah, you go in, you deal with purchasing a product or purchasing a service, and then you write about your experience that you had when you did it. Yeah. Now, here's the thing with the mystery shoppers. They don't pay a whole lot, all right? I was doing this way back years and years ago because I had free time, okay? Because my job, I think at that time I was still shooting weddings, so my job wasn't until like weekends. So I have all weekday to do whatever I want to do. So here's what they do is and it was very cheap. It was only like $5, $10 or something like that. But then you get to keep the product that you buy. All right. So here's what they ask you to do. Go to so-and-so store between these hours and these hours. Okay. Observe these things. Make a purchase of whatever it is for X amount of money. Okay. Leave the store. Write about your experience. All right. So I was thinking, okay, first off, I get the free product, whatever it is they want me to buy. Okay, like if it's a food review, if they say go into the fast food restaurant, pay $10 worth of product that you're going to buy, observe the people, the workers, and write about it. Okay, so I'll go in there, I'll order a hamburger, fries, a shake, whatever. Okay, get my food, eat there, and just observe. Did they do this? Did they do that? Did they ask for this? Did they ask for that? Did they make you feel comfortable? Was there any problems in the restaurant? That kind of thing. Then you write about it and you send it to them. And for that, they send you, I don't know, $5 or $10. And then, of course, they reimburse you for the money that you paid to buy the product. Okay. That's kind of cool. Now, here's another thing that happens that you should be aware of too. All right. Is product reviews on certain websites. Right? Like big name online store websites, if you can get my drift, okay? Some of those things are not legitimate product reviews. Yeah. They will give you the product and ask you to write a favorable review. I don't do those. I'll do the ones if they said, we're going to give you this product, we want you to try it out, and if you like it, write us a good review. If you don't like us, write us a bad review. Write us whatever review you feel like, okay? Those I will do, okay, but not the ones that'll tell me that I have to give them a positive review, okay? So, okay, I'll give you an example. The blood cuff that I use, okay, for my blood pressure thing, that was a product that was given to me. Yeah, it was, what was it? They said, buy the product on this one website, which is a major major retailer, okay, online and stores, okay. Buy the product and then have them ship it to you, okay, and we will reimburse you for the purchase of the product. And then write a review of what you think of the product. Now, I could write a good review or I can write a bad review, okay. They just want an honest review and they want you to do it. So what this does is this increases their review count, but they're not telling you to write a good review or a bad review. Just you have to write a review. That's all they're saying. And for an exchange of that, they will give you the product. All right. It's really not that much different than a typical influencer type of thing. So yeah, they sent me the blood cuff, okay, the blood pressure cuff, and it automatically pumps and everything, and it works really good. I mean, I had a manual pump that I bought from Target years ago. I said, hey, this one automatically pumps for you, gives you the reading and everything. That's great. So I used it. I'm still using it today. I gave them a good review because it was a good product. At least I think it is. Of course, my doctor says he thinks that it's inaccurate, but hey, I don't know how to measure this thing by listening to my blood pressure pumping and all that stuff. I don't use a stethoscope to do it. I need some other private product. But compared to the one I bought from Target, gave me very similar results, but it was all automatic, right? It's automatically pumping for you. So gave it a good review. So how much is that product? I think it's something like $29 or $39. It's not a very expensive one. And so, yeah, but I gave them a good review. I thought it was a good product. So just be aware that, there are products that they get a review. We may not have necessarily purchased that product. It may have been given to us for free, okay, in exchange for a review, whether it's good or bad review. Now, those are fine. The ones that say, do this product, but you need to give us a good review of the product, I don't do those. Hopefully other people don't do those either, but I know a number of people do. So anyway, now further to that, what about your e-bike reviews? Well, yeah, the manufacturers give me an e-bike, all right. In exchange, they want a video review. Now, if they ask me that you have to give us a positive review, I don't do those reviews. If they say whatever you want, okay, I will do those reviews. Okay. Some of them actually require that you at least let them see it before you release the review. I will do those. Okay. Now, if they ask me to change it so it's positive, I won't do those. Yeah. Sometimes they just want to see what's going to hit them before they get the review. Luckily, to date, none of my reviews have been really negative. I have said some things where I've given some suggestions, to the manufacturer on the review. I'll say, hey, it'd be better if it did this, or, consider for your next version of this bike, maybe you could consider adding this feature, okay? But luckily, I've never taken a bike that would outright come out with a terrible review. I mean, because if it looks bad to me, I don't even take it. You all know that. I only take products that have some promise, okay? Now, if it lets me down, I will mention that. I'll say, yeah, this is not so good in this aspect of it. I've said some of that type of stuff before in reviews. But, to outright take a product and just rip it to shreds because it's a bad product, I won't do that. Yeah, people have asked me, why don't you do it? I go, it's not fair to the manufacturer, first off. They spend money to give this to you, and you in your heart already know you're going to give them a bad review. That's not right. Yeah, I'd rather just say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to review your product. To me, that's better to do that than it is to take a product just to rip it to shreds. That's just mean. Yeah, and that's not honest. I don't think. I mean, it's a waste of their company's money and time and efforts and everything, just for you to give them a negative review that you knew you were going to give them a negative review, right? So, yeah, I don't do that. Anyway, take a look at things like the focus groups. Yeah, those are kind of like an influencer type of thing. If you're not an influencer, that's an interesting name. I've always thought that was an interesting name. YouTube influencer. Yeah, you influence people. Yeah, influence people to buy things or not to buy things. Does happen though, I will say that, because I know that many of the people have bought products based on the reviews that they've seen from me, and so technically you are influencing people in making purchasing decisions, right? So you have to take those things seriously. You gotta do your best job at it and say what's really you feeling about that product, because that's only fair. That helps your viewer. Sometimes it helps the manufacturer. Sometimes it hurts the manufacturer a little bit too if you give certain comments and stuff. But I won't do a review where the manufacturer tells me we want a positive review out of you or something. And believe me, I've had manufacturers ask me to do that, and I don't do it. I won't take that kind of product. So, anyways, hopefully you got something out of this video. It's getting to turn into a downer of a video here. Put some comments below, okay? Let the manufacturers know your feelings on these type of things. And let me know if you've ever done a focus group or some type of mystery shopping type of thing or any of that kind of stuff. Mystery shopping is actually pretty interesting, yeah. Focus group, you're just giving an opinion. Mystery shopping, you're observing. Yeah, kind of use my police skills. I remember taking classes, law enforcement classes, where they try to teach you to, be observant in things, right? So yeah, on those type of things, you kind of watch and see how the staff is doing. Did they clean the washrooms? How often did they do it? Did they offer you this or that when you made your purchase? It's kind of cool, actually. And then you kind of report on them, good or bad. And you get free product for your effort to do that. Those restaurants never know you're there. Yeah, they have no idea if you're a regular customer or whether they're being mystery shopped. But I don't know if they still do that or not. But I did that a long time ago. It was kind of fun. Let me know if you've ever done that too. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Watch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for our e-bike product videos. Talk to you guys next time.